On the touchline, a new era had officially begun. Xabi Alonso, a man who once orchestrated the midfield from this very ground, now stood in the technical area, his tactical mind a canvas for a new team. He watched as his players, a blend of world-class veterans and prodigious youth, went through their final warm-ups. The narrative was set. Real Madrid, the record champions, against Osasuna, a stubborn and well-drilled side known for their defensive resolve. The odds were heavily in Madrid's favor, but the season opener is a fickle beast, often biting those who underestimate it. The clock ticked down to the kickoff. The Bernabéu lights, bright as a summer sun, illuminated every blade of grass. The two teams lined up, the Osasuna players looking composed, almost defiant in the face of the overwhelming atmosphere. For them, this was a chance to make a statement, to prove that their hard work in the preseason was not in vain. For Madrid, it was a test of character, an opportunity to show their dominance from the very first whistle. The man in the middle, the referee, gave a sharp blast on his whistle and the ball was in motion. The 2025-26 La Liga season had begun. The first half was a masterclass in tactical patience, or perhaps a frustrating lesson in finding a way through a well-organized defense. Real Madrid, as expected, took command of possession. The ball moved with a familiar rhythm. A quick pass from Modric, a long diagonal from Bellingham on the left. But every time a white shirt neared the penalty area, they were met with a wall of red. Osasuna had set up a low block, a formation so compact and disciplined that it resembled a fortress. They were content to let Madrid pass the ball around, confident that they could absorb the pressure and deny any clear shooting opportunities. For a quarter of an hour, the game settled into a pattern. Madrid probed, Osasuna absorbed. The crowd, initially a storm of noise, began to quieten, a low murmur replacing the roar as impatience set in. The players felt it too. You could see it in their gestures, the way a pass was played a little more forcefully, a shot taken from a distance that was just too far. Rodrygo tried a quick turn and shot, but it was blocked. Tchouameni, positioned just outside the box, launched a speculative effort that sailed harmlessly over the bar. The Osasuna goalkeeper, Sergio Herrera, was a picture of calm, collecting crosses and barking orders to his defense. Then, a flicker of magic. Vinicius Jr., with a burst of acceleration, left his marker behind and cut inside. He laid the ball off to a teammate, but the shot was blocked. The crowd stirred. They had seen it many times before, the quicksilver movement, the devastating speed. But Osasuna's defenders were relentless. They doubled up on Madrid's wingers, refusing to give them an inch of space. It was a testament to their preparation, and it was working. The narrative of the first half became centered around one man, Kylian Mbappé, the Golden Boot winner from the previous season, the man whose every touch was met with a chorus of cheers. The pressure on him was immense. He wasn't just a player, he was the symbol of Madrid's attacking prowess. And yet, for all his talent, he was finding it hard to get a clean look at goal. He drifted, he ran, he tried to create space where there was none. In the 35th minute, he had a chance. He received the ball with his back to goal, spun sharply, and fired a curling shot from the edge of the box. For a moment, time stood still. It looked destined for the top corner, but it swerved just wide, leaving the collective Bernabéu to groan in disappointment. The halftime whistle blew, with the score locked at 0-0. The frustration was palpable, but so was the belief that a breakthrough was imminent. The second half started with a renewed intensity. Xabi Alonso had clearly delivered a message in the dressing room. Increase the tempo, find the space, and don't give up. The players came out with a spring in their step, their passes crisper, their runs more determined. The crowd responded in kind, their chants echoing around the stadium, urging their team forward. It was this renewed energy that led to the decisive moment of the match. The ball was played to Kylian Mbappé, who was positioned on the right side of the penalty area. This time, there was a different kind of hunger in his eyes. He saw the space, a sliver of it, and he attacked it. He dribbled past one defender, a blur of speed and control. Then, with a deft change of direction, he cut back, leaving a second defender, Juan Cruz, stumbling. Cruz, in a desperate attempt to stop him, lunged and his leg caught Mbappé's ankle. It was a clear foul, a clumsy and undeniable trip. The referee's whistle was sharp and immediate, a sound that cut through the roar of the crowd. Penalty. The Bernabéu erupted, a mix of relief, anger at the foul, and sheer anticipation. Mbappé lay on the ground for a moment, then rose, a stoic expression on his face. He didn't celebrate or complain. He simply walked towards the spot. The stadium went silent. It was a silence filled with 85,000 racing heartbeats. Mbappé placed the ball, a ritual performed 1,000 times in training. He took a few steps back. He stared at the goalkeeper, Sergio Herrera, a man who had been a brick wall for the first 50 minutes. The weight of the moment was immense. This wasn't just about 3 points. It was about the first goal of the season, the vindication of a summer of speculation and hope. The whistle blew. Mbappé took a short run-up and struck the ball with the inside of his right foot. It was a low, powerful shot aimed with surgical precision towards the bottom right corner. Herrera, in a desperate gamble, dove to his left. He was going the wrong way. The ball nestled in the back of the net, a perfect execution of a perfect plan. The noise was deafening, a collective roar of pure, unadulterated joy. Mbappé celebrated with a quiet intensity, a fist pump and a brief smile, before being mobbed by his teammates. The deadlock was broken. Real Madrid led 1-0. With the lead secured, the game shifted. Osasuna, who had been content to defend, now had to take risks. They pushed a few more players forward, trying to create chances of their own. Madrid, in turn, found more space to operate in on the counterattack. The match became more open, more fluid, and more exciting. The new faces in the Real Madrid side began to shine. Trent Alexander-Arnold, the new right back, showed his world-class passing range, spraying long balls across the pitch with effortless grace. Dean Hughesen, the central defender, was a composed and intelligent presence at the back, thwarting any nascent Osasuna attacks. The new manager, Xabi Alonso, was not one to sit on a one-goal lead. He made a